Why are so many men leaving the labor force? Economists say childhood holds the answer. New research suggests early life experiences may shape men's connection to work decades later. The decline in male labor force participation has puzzled economists, policymakers, and business leaders for years. While unemployment rates often grab headlines, a quieter trend has been unfolding in the background. Millions of working-age men are no longer actively participating in the workforce at all. Recent economic research suggests that the roots of this problem may stretch back much further than previously thought. Rather than being driven solely by current job markets or economic conditions, some experts argue that childhood experiences and family environments play a critical role in shaping whether men remain connected to work as adults. According to data from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, BLS, labor force participation among men has steadily declined over several decades. While women entered the workforce in greater numbers throughout the second half of the 20th century, male participation moved in the opposite direction, particularly among younger and less educated workers. Economists examining the trend have increasingly focused on what happens during childhood and adolescence. Their findings suggest that boys who grow up in households where male role models struggle with employment may develop weaker expectations about their own future participation in the labor market. Research highlighted by Yahoo Finance points to an intergenerational cycle in which children observe the economic experiences of the adults around them. When boys regularly witness unemployment, unstable work histories, or long periods outside the workforce, those patterns can influence their own attitudes toward work later in life. Some researchers argue that these experiences help shape identity and expectations long before an individual enters adulthood. The labor market attachment of boys appears to be influenced by the men they observe growing up, economists have noted in recent studies examining workforce participation trends. The issue is especially important because labor force participation measures more than unemployment. Individuals who stop searching for jobs are no longer counted as unemployed. Instead, they are considered outside the labor force altogether. How education, family structure, and opportunity shape future workers. Economists emphasize that childhood influences do not operate in isolation. Educational outcomes, family stability, neighborhood conditions, and economic opportunities all contribute to long-term workforce participation. Boys who struggle academically, face economic hardship, or grow up in communities with limited job opportunities often encounter greater barriers later in life. Those challenges can compound over time, affecting everything from college enrollment to career advancement. Another factor frequently cited by researchers is the decline of traditionally male-dominated industries. Manufacturing, mining, and other blue-collar sectors once provided stable employment for workers without college degrees. As those industries shrank, many communities experienced lasting economic disruption. For some men, especially those without advanced education, adapting to a rapidly changing labor market has proven difficult. Health concerns have also become part of the conversation. Rising rates of disability claims, mental health challenges, and substance abuse have been linked to lower workforce participation in certain regions. Economists caution that these issues are often interconnected with economic conditions, rather than separate from them. At the same time, researchers stress that the story is not simply about a lack of jobs. Many labor markets currently face worker shortages, yet participation rates among some groups of men remain below historical norms. That disconnect has encouraged economists to look beyond immediate economic conditions and focus on deeper social influences. The findings have important implications for policymakers. If childhood experiences significantly shape future labor force participation, efforts to strengthen educational outcomes, support families, and provide positive role models could have long-term economic benefits. Rather than treating workforce disengagement solely as an adult problem, researchers increasingly argue that solutions may need to begin much earlier. As economists continue to study the issue, one conclusion is becoming clearer. Understanding why some men leave the labor force may require looking not just at the jobs available today, but at the environments in which future workers are raised.